Bonjour! So, in this video, I am going to walk you through your sort of unit project for Unit 1, which is a family photo album that you are going to construct in a Google Slides presentation. So, I want to go over our assignment page that gives you your instructions and a little rubric, and I will show you an example to give you an idea of what I'm looking for. So, you can read, but I will read this briefly. You will create a family album using Google Slides. It can be your own family, a celebrity family, or an imaginary family. It could be a fictional family. That's what I did in my example I'll show you. It can be whatever you want. First, you'll select 5 or 6 family members to include in your album. So, if you have decided you want to do your actual family and you don't have 5 or 6 in your immediate family, you're going to have to get creative and add in like aunts, uncles, family friends, cousins, who knows, grandparents, dog, cat. You just may have to get a little creative. But you do have to have at least 5 family members. Then you'll write a description of each family member, including the following information: where they were born. This is something you know how to say. If you don't remember, you should look back in your notes or in your practice. How old they are. A physical description. I want you to have at least one adjective describing their physical appearance. So blonde, brunette, tall, pretty. Any of those. It should be one you know. You shouldn't be looking up adjectives for this. The purpose of this assignment and every other assignment where I've asked you to use adjectives has been to practice using the vocabulary that has been in your notes, because that is the vocabulary that is on the tests. It's not helpful for you always to look up new vocab because it's not going to help you on a quiz or a test. So try to pull from things that you already know, although I understand you don't know that many adjectives for physical descriptions, so you may end up reusing them, but that's okay. Then I want a description of the person's personality. You know approximately 900 adjectives that can describe a person's personality, so I want a total of at least 10 different adjectives. Okay, so that means if you have 5 family members, you should have 2 different ones for each of them. And just like last time, these should be from your notes. They should be adjectives you know, things either I have given you or you learned in French 1, not things that you have usually erroneously looked up and don't actually understand the meaning. Then I want information about the person's activities, career, and likes or dislikes, at least one sentence. So you could tell me their profession, you know how to say that. Tell me something that they like. Elle aime, she likes, or elle n'aime pas, she doesn't like. Things they do, you know how to use the verb faire to write an expression that something does or that someone does. Anything, just one extra sentence about them using a construction you know that I have taught you or you learned in French 1. Then you must add photographs to accompany each description. This is not optional. This is required. You have to have pictures. It doesn't have to be pictures of your actual family if you don't want to, but you need pictures. So you can Google and add some photographs in there. And you should have a decorative title slide to your album. Okay, so I shouldn't just start on a page with a person. I should have a little introductory slide. And then the rubric is pretty simple. I'm grading you on vocabulary use, so that's essentially this section here, making sure you use different adjectives, making sure they actually are adjectives you know that came from your notes, making sure that it's varied, you're using different adjectives. Then grammar and spelling accuracy. This is where I will just check your ability to write sentences that are grammatically correct and if you've spelled things correctly. This includes agreement with adjectives, so make sure your adjectives agree with the subject they're describing or whatever noun they're describing. And then creativity. this is basically just, does it look nice? Is it presentable? Did you include photographs? Did you include a title slide? Just, is it nice? You can also get some points here if you do a fun fictional family. But mostly it's just, it should look presentable. It should look nice. And the scale is 1 through 5, but this assignment is 45 points. So just imagine these are tripled, so it's really, you can get 15 points, 15 points, 15 points. So this is a pretty big assignment. And it's a really great opportunity to make up some points if you've been doing poorly on quizzes or if you did poorly on the reprise test from a while ago. Because this shouldn't be that hard, you shouldn't miss too many points. 45 should help you out quite a bit if you do well on this. So before I let you go, I just want to show you kind of an example of what I'm looking for. So this is the little example I put together. So La Famille Skywalker, you do need to have some kind of title, maybe a picture. It doesn't have to be super fancy, right? I've just got a picture, a title, and a background. Nothing crazy. Yours will probably look much better. And then, I just go through different family members. So I start Anakin Skywalker, alias Darth Vader, est né à Tatooine, was born on Tatooine. You remember this from, I think, lesson 1. Il a 45 ans, he's 45. Il est grand, he's tall. Et il n'a pas de cheveux, he doesn't have hair. Il n'est pas sympa, he's not nice. Il est Sith Lord, this is his career, right? So if he were a teacher, I would say il est prof, but he is not. Il est Sith Lord, et il aime faire une promenade au vaisseau spatial. And he likes to do walks on the spaceship. Il a 2 enfants, Luke et Leia. Sa femme est Padmé. His wife is Padmé. He has 2 kids, Luke and Leia. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what you should be able to produce for me. I want a little paragraph about them, a picture. But everything else is really up to you as long as you're following, everything I need here. If you have any questions, as always, send me an email or leave a comment on Google Classroom. And that's it for this. I think this is a pretty fun assignment. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all do. If you choose to tell me about your family, looking forward to learning about that. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to what creative little family unit you can come up with. Okay, that's it. Au revoir.